Hey guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel. This is the fourth video I have filmed today, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little tired, but I am not tired the slightest because I'm so excited to chat about this video and all of the books in this video because it's such a fun, exciting video to chat about, which is my favorite romances of the year so far. I tried to shoot for 10 romances, but I think I have like 12 in total, maybe. I don't know. We'll see, because I made a list on my notebook. I'll show you my cute notebook if you haven't seen it. If you ever see me looking down on videos, I have my beautiful Archer and Olive notebook where I take notes for videos and content. But I made a list on my notebook and then I pulled all of the physical copies I have of the book, so hopefully they line up. But the first one I want to talk about is the most recent book I just finished, which was Curvy Girl Summer by Danielle Allen. This book was so good. I put this book off for like 2 years now, and it's so good. And the next book is coming out in June, and I'm so excited. This one, our heroine, she is just kind of in this rut in her life, and she feels a lot of pressure from her family to get settled and have a family, and especially her uncle, who is just so mean and fat phobic to her because she is a plus size woman. And so she decides to start dating again, and she meets the hero, who is actually a bartender at her favorite bar, and they kind of strike up a deal where he will kind of watch over her and watch out for her on her dates, and she'll have her dates at the bar. So she kind of starts taking her dates there, and nothing's really like sparking and all of that stuff, and she ends up kind of spending more time with the hero and just starts falling for him, and they have such good banter between them. It's very slow burn, and they both are just like so dumb sometimes, because I'm like, guys, like, you're obsessed with each other, like, just go for it. But then she doesn't realize, like, oh, like, I could actually have a romance with the bartender. And I just love it so much. Like, their banter is so good, and I really did love the representation of being a plus size woman when trying to online date, because it's so hard. And I just loved the representation and how we got to see the different dates and the different things that come up when you are plus size and trying to date. And now that isn't like a thing for like all people who are plus size dating. It's just one experience that we saw with the heroine that I really appreciated. So I love this one. It's fantastic. The audiobook is so good, and I just really, really love this one, and I can't wait to read more from Danielle Allen. Okay, so getting into my physical list, the next book I have / 2 books is Redeeming and Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. I read Redeeming and Saving Six in February and just absolutely gobbled them up. Very emotional romances. We follow Joey and Aoife and their story. Very emotional romance. We start when they first meet each other, and they form a really good friendship, and then to them full on dating, and it's so good. It's set in Ireland in the early 2000s, and it has a lot of emotions in this one. Very angsty, very emotional romance. Deals with substance abuse and abuse, domestic violence, interrelationship violence, interpersonal relationship violence, not between the two main characters, but between the hero's parents. So we just see a lot go on in these books, and I just love it so much. It's so good. I'm trying to like hold the books in the correct way. But the next one I have is Wild Side by Elsie Silver. This is such a great marriage to convenience romance. Hate to love, dislike to love. The heroine, she loses her sister, and it's just devastating. And the hero is actually the neighbor of her sister, and her sister left behind her son, which is the heroine's nephew. And the heroine and the hero are trying to figure out custody, because he says that he has custody, and the heroine's like, she has custody. And it comes to light that the hero actually is the one with custody, and he is actually an American citizen. So he doesn't have like citizen status in Canada, which is where they live. And so they agree to go into a marriage of convenience to keep her nephew in Canada, and so that they can have, I think it's like, each have half like custody, whatever. But this one is just so good. I love the grief journey and the healing process that we see the heroine go on in this one. It's just fantastic. Love it so much. So good. Reese is an amazing hero, and I just loved how he really helped the heroine through her grieving process. And he's also not an MMA fighter, but he's like a fighter. I don't know if they talk about it in the synopsis. He's like a masked fighter. Like he does like the theatrical fighting. Like, I don't know how else to describe it, but so good. I love this one. And then I have Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa K. Rourke. This is a really good urban fantasy romance where it's in a world where these legacy beings are like fae, but bigger and more powerful. They basically choose a fae to basically be their power source and to feed them power over their lifespan. And the heroine gets chosen by the hero, who's a legacy, and she does not want to be chosen, but she's basically forced to. And so her power is taken and she's bonded to the hero. And it is a rejected mate bond. And it's so fantastic. I love this one. It's so good. It's very slow burn. Love the fantastical elements in this one and also all of the side characters. Then I have Beautiful Exile by Catherine Cowles. This is a really fantastic romantic suspense romance. It's her newest release. And the heroine, she is very like closed off and doesn't really let anyone in because of her past, of what happened to her in her past and her upbringing. She was actually in witness protection. And the hero, he is a billionaire and he is also best friends with the heroine's brother. He comes into the town because he is trying to build like a house there, and he ends up having to he becomes the heroine's neighbor, and they end up just spending more and more time together. She's very grumpy, and I don't think like he's grumpy, like he's sunshiny, I mean, but she's just like grumpy and just wants to be left alone, but he's like, no. So they just start hanging out more and more, and she ends up becoming in danger because of her past. And so he ends up having to move in with her. So it's like forced proximity, small town, romantic suspense, and it's so, so good. Then I have Unloved by Peyton Corinne. This one is a hockey romance, tutor romance. The hero really needs to pass this last class, and he needs a tutor, and the heroine becomes his tutor. They actually met each other like a couple years ago at a party, and he doesn't remember her, but they just kind of start hanging out together while tutoring and form a friendship. And it's so cute, but also so heartbreaking because she is in an abusive relationship, and her ex just like won't leave her alone. Like she just wants to be left alone and not be with him, but she doesn't know how to ask for help. And like the only person that she can kind of talk to about it is the hero, and they're both very battered and tortured characters. And it's just such a great story and so much character development in this one, and I just love it so much. Then I have Rebel Witch, which is the second book to, I don't remember what the series, the Crimson Moth series. And this one is so good. A witch and witch hunter fall for each other. It's like a hate to love romance, and it's fantastic in a fantasy world. It's like if Bridgerton met a fantasy world in the sense of like very historical romance society-esque. And it's so good. It's so action-packed, and I love the second book so much. Like the hero becomes so down bad for the heroine, and I'm obsessed. It's so good. Then I decided to finally pick up the Cinnamon Bun bookstore in the beginning of this year in January, and it was everything I wanted and more. This is a cozy mystery romance, and I really loved how the heroine was trying to like find herself through this book, and like she owns this bookstore, but she's trying to like still live out her life when she's entering her 30s. Like she just feels like her life is kind of over, and like she really wants to do something to kind of get her life back on track in her view, in her eyes. And so that's when she teams up with the hero, who's a fisherman in the town, and they start trying to figure out who is leaving these secret notes in her bookstore. And it's just so fun, and I really loved it. And yeah, that's kind of all I have for this one. Then I picked up Business Casual by B.K. Borison. Love this one. This starts off with the hero and heroine kind of having like a one-night stand, and it leading to more, and them realizing they're really catching feelings for each other, which I normally don't love a one-night stand romance, but this one was so good. And like the friends with benefits aspect of this one, I normally don't love either, but I loved it in this one. And it was so good. And I just loved how hard they fell for each other. And it was just such a good romance. Like so, so good. Then I recently picked up King of Envy by Anna Huang. This one was amazing. The heroine is engaged to the hero's best friend. And they are supposed to marry each other. And the hero and the heroine start catching feelings for each other. but the hero doesn't know that the heroine is in a marriage of convenience. Like, it's not by choice. Like, she doesn't love her fiance. And so that's where things start getting juicy, and the heroine starts being like, well, like, I need to marry him for financial reasons, but like, I really like you. And it's just so messy and angsty, and I love it so much. Then I have Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. This is a stalker romance, and it's also really fun, like internet romance, like a viral moment romance, where the heroine, she loves watching the hero's videos online. He does these videos like where he's wearing a mask, and they're very promiscuous and sexy, and she starts leaving comments on his page, and he clicks on her comment, realizes who she is, and also realizes that she is the ex of his best friend and roommate. And so he is just like intrigued by her, and it's like, you know what, I kind of want to mess with her, and like in a loving way, because I'm obsessed with her. So he starts going into her apartment and taking videos of him there, and she finds out, and he starts stalking her, and she likes it, and it's so good, and I really love this one. The last book I have for this list of my top favorite reads of the year so far is Stealing Sunshine by Hannah Cohen. This is a really fantastic sapphic small town romance. The heroine, she needs somewhere to stay. She's moving to the town to become a teacher, and she's currently staying with her brother and his fiance, but she just feels like she's encroaching on their space. And his brother basically puts out to his friend group, like, I need somewhere for my sister to stay, and Bryce begrudgingly offers up her extra room in her house. And Bryce has had a crush on Daisy for years, but she's very grumpy and Daisy's sunshiny, but she has never thought that Daisy would like her, so she's never gone for it with her. And so Daisy ends up moving in to stay with Bryce, and they actually end up going into a fake dating relationship because Bryce's parents really want her to settle down, and especially with a man, and Bryce is like, no, I'm really only into women. And they still keep, like, they're not getting the hint, so they start fake dating, which leads to more. And Bryce is also a tattoo artist, so there's some fun tattoo scenes, and I just love this one. It was so fantastic. I've never read a small town sapphic romance before, and this one was just epic. It was so good. Okay, well, that is the end of this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed hearing me chat about all of my romances that I have been loving so far this year. Let me know what you have been loving so far, because I would love to know. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.